Hey, hey, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope everyone's week went well. I hope you can hear me okay. Oh, and Roth is on time. Let's go. What up, DJ Nyari? What up?
T was goody.
How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. For some reason I was pulling your music up and it just refused.
It's too much heat. It's too
There's
much heat.
so much going on right now. What's going on, young wild panda? I'm gonna let some
Hey,
more people come through.
for
I know
sure.
we have some people coming through. How was your day so far?
Oh man, busy but good. How about yourself?
Same.
Yeah, we
Same.
rolling. See, try to stay on Clubhouse, try to handle real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we just rolling.
Word. We tried to speak a little bit earlier, but I didn't have a lot of time, and you was ripping and running. So
Definitely. But we here. I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting for this. So
I
sheesh,
have been as well. I'm super excited. What up, Collab Entertainment?
going on.
Um, I'm waiting on this announcement. What up, Layla? I can't wait for this announcement that you have been teasing me for like what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, about 2 weeks, but it's crazy because I talked to the lawyer earlier just to make sure I was Gucci. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to make sure I was Gucci. So I can't talk too much about it because the ink hasn't dried yet. But
You better give me something. You have been
I'm gonna
holding
give you
me
something. Though. I'm giving you something. I'm definitely gonna give you a little nugget, a little piece of what it is.
un poquito.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure because I know I'm on a live thing that I don't, make sure
I got
that
you.
both parties, what I'm saying.
I got you. I don't want to mess nothing up for you. I can't be messing up deals for you if I want to be included later on.
Hey, you already know. Listen, we got the family going. Listen, everybody's in place that's supposed to be. They get like the team is forming. You know what I mean? The team is definitely forming. So I'm just thankful for real, for real.
I am as well. All right. I'm gonna get started. People are gonna start coming in and trickling in. So I just want to get started because I want to respect both our time. I know you got something going on at 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
So what up? Is it Ofray Music Spot? I know they've been in our rooms before. What up, Lena?
Hey, the crew pulling up.
The
I know
crew is pulling up.
the crew gonna be in here. I know that. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
excited. I'm excited. Yes, we did see you in Clubhouse. All right. So what up? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the one and only Rothstein Beatz with me on my IG live this evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hey, thank you, T, for having me. Shout out to everybody who's in the room checking this out. Man, I'm excited to be here.
Thank you for agreeing to sit down with me. You're doing big things. You're doing big things right now.
Hey, like I put in my bio, God is first, so I give him the credit. I'm just here, you know what I mean? I'm just here, just trying to spread my vibe and spread the good energy around.
All right, so born in Vegas, but splitting
Well,
time. Go ahead, go ahead.
I ain't gonna say where I was born, but yeah, we're gonna go with that.
Are you on a run? Like, let me know now. Am I not supposed to ask certain questions?
I'm gonna wait. Like, it's gonna come out eventually, so I'm gonna just wait until like I get a bigger. People gonna clown me, but hey, it is what it is. I couldn't choose where I was born, so
No. So why can't we just say where you were born?
I'm not ready to disclose that yet.
Oh my God.
But
Oh
yeah,
my God.
we can continue.
Oh Lord. So you split time between Vegas and Virginia, correct?
Yes.
You are currently bi-coastal.
I'm currently bi-coastal. Yes, ma'am.
Got you. How did you start in the music industry? When did you, well, not the music industry, but when did you first get your start knowing that you were musically inclined?
Man, I'll say in the fourth grade, my mom like heard me playing some on the piano. I didn't know I was playing. I was just mimicking what was on the TV. And so she was like, well, we might need to put you in something. So the first thing they put me in it was violin. I don't know how I ended up becoming a violin player. So I used to be at home practicing, doing this, that, and the other. And until my friends started clowning me about it. Like, ain't no dudes play violin. Like, why you playing the drums or trumpet or something? But, you know, somehow my parents put me in violin, so I quit doing that. Like, I just quit. And sports actually became my true love, like my love. So I played basketball. You know, I played semi-pro in Germany. That's another side story. But basketball was my thing. But when I went to college, I did go to Norfolk State University.
Oh, hey.
You know what I'm saying? I went into a dorm room, and my roommate, he had this other guy that was in there, and he was like, I was hearing a beat being made. And I'm like, but I ain't see no equipment. I'm like, yo, what? Like, how you making a beat? And it was with MTV Music Generator he had on the PlayStation. So I'm like, how you make that hot ass beat on a PlayStation? So he taught me how to make beats on a PlayStation. So
that's crazy.
When I first started making beats was on PlayStation 1. Then I took a producer class, thanks to my speech teacher at Norfolk State. She plugged me in with a producer class, and actually I found out later Chad Hugo's cousin of the Neptunes was the one who taught the class. I didn't know that. And he taught us how to use the MPC and the Triton. So I did that pretty much from my freshman year to like end of my sophomore year. They lost funding because it was at the Boys and Girls Club. So then they ended the program. But then after that, I was still just making beats with PlayStation. And I finally was able to buy an MPC for $800. And I went to work. And then after that, after college, I went back to Vegas.
All right, wait, because you jumping ahead. So you went from went from piano to violin.
Yes.
Are there any other instruments that you explored during that time?
No, those are the only things I did at that time.
Okay. Do you play any other instruments now?
Yes, I'm a drummer.
Oh, when did you pick that up?
At church. And it was actually because I never played drums ever. I never, ever played drums. I tell people, they're like, hey, Stan, they know I made beats. So they was like, you obviously can play the drums. I'm like, man, I never played the drums. And the drummer, he got in a car accident, and so we just had a keyboard player for a little bit, and then they were like, yo, we need some drums. So I hopped on the drums, and it came natural. And so I just became a drummer, and then I was doing that at my church, and I was doing that for a minute, and then the pandemic hit, and then, and all that other stuff.
So wait, you picked up the drums recently?
Probably like 6 years ago.
Oh, wow. What up, Mo? What up, Deanna? What up, Tear God? The crew is pulling up.
Yeah, it's a lot of space in between, so I'm trying not to, jump in between. But yeah, about 6 years now.
Okay, so you went from those introductory instruments, and then you started producing in college.
Yes.
Was it just a hobby initially, or did you just say, I want to learn how to do this, and then it became something that you were very passionate about?
Well, after I stopped playing basketball, I had no other passion. It was just like, that's all I thought. Even in my yearbook, I said I was going to make it to the NBA. Like, that's how, forward, I was like, yo, I'm going to be an NBA star. And now I'm looking at myself like, I didn't even make it to the So that's just, I'm a big dreamer. I've always been a big dreamer. So after that, I was like, yo, I need something else to fill my time. You know what I'm saying? So I picked up making beats. And then once I get addicted to something, it's like hard for me to stop. So, you know what I'm saying? So I just started making beats, and I just went crazy. And so around campus, everybody was just hearing I had fire beats. So I started charging people $5 to just come in my dorm room while I made beats.
Yes, hustle.
A hallway full of niggas. Like, nobody believed me. It was a hallway full of dudes like, nah, you ain't make that beat in PlayStation. And I just went up there. I took a Bob Marley sample, I flipped it in like 10 minutes, and then after that, everybody around campus just knew I had beats. So yeah, that's how I kind of got lit on at school.
So you started producing on campus. You built the name. How did you foray into the actual music industry at that point? So
I met a bunch of people when I was in Norfolk. You know what I'm saying? I met I've been to different studios, but I was always like the young guy. Nobody really knew I made beats like that was in the industry. I would just kind of hang around. And, I didn't say much. I was just kind of like learning, listening. But then when I actually went to Knott's studio.
Shout out to Knott's.
Yeah, shout out to Big Boy Knott's. I was like, yo, I need to step this thing up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, if I want to be in the industry, I need to step this thing up. So after school, I went back to Vegas. and got a job. I was working. I was out of college, so I just did music. I bought my equipment. I was staying with my parents, so I was able to save money. I bought my equipment. I started going to different studios. Of course, I was gone away to school those 4 years, so it was kind of like reintroducing myself back out there. Like, you know, I'm back out here now.
Right.
Full time. Then I picked up rapping, which was unexpected. So,
what was your rapper name?
So from college, they called me Stutter, from Stutter and Stanley. So they called me Stutter. So I went by Stutter for some years. So if you know me, if people call me Stutter, then I know what age, you know, they knew me in. You know what I'm saying? Rothstein came once I was caught, like later in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? And I
where did Rothstein Beatz come from? Where did that name come from?
Well, Casino is my favorite movie. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Casino is my favorite movie. So in Vegas, you know, that it just, you know, so what happened was the Giants had beat the Patriots. Mm-hmm. Nobody thought that was going to happen. Sorry, I got a FaceTime.
Yo, put your shit on Do Not Disturb when you're talking to me.
I know, I'm going to have to. So my Italian homie said, Roth, well, this is before Roth. He's like, yo, this is my name, Stan. Yo, Stan, put all the money you can on the Giants. And I'm like, what? I'm like, the Patriots is 12-0 this year. They got Randy Moss and Tom Brady. You black. And then he's like, no, I'm telling you. He's like, if they lose, I'll give you the money back. So I said, all right, cool. I was like, I can't lose in this bet. So I think I came up with $2,212. And then I had like 75 cents in my pocket. So I put all that shit on the Giants. So I'm at the casino, like I'm holding my shit because all these Patriots fans around, motherfuckers going crazy, going ham. So once they lose, they flipping tables, motherfuckers cussing. One dude lost 30,000, another dude crying. Like I'm telling you, it was like pandemonium, and I'm acting like I'm mad because I don't want to see him too.
Right.
Tight. I stayed in the casino till like 7 a.m. So imagine watching the football game, staying all the way to the casino at 7 a.m. because I know Vegas. I know how the Wolves is out. So I cash my check in. I said, can you do it on the low? Because I don't want to cause enough attention.
Right.
So I have the money, sprint to my car.
Wait. So you came up with 200. How much did you win?
I can't disclose that. But
oh my God, Rob, you are ridiculous.
I sprint to the car. Just know it's enough for you to be like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? It's some stacks. So you're like, I'm getting the fuck out of here. I sprint to the car, drive home, bam. With that money, I was able to open my studio, Launchpad Studio.
Oh, okay.
So once that happened, I dropped the CD called Getting Dough in 702, Volume 1. I had all like the lit artists from Vegas on the tape. Fast forward, I end up taking it at Cali to a music conference. Just was passing it out. I love the music conference, just passing it out. Get a call from this lady, Lisa Thomas. She's with Universal.
Okay.
She starts her own imprint through Universal. She wanted to sign me as a producer and a rapper. And I had a song called...
So wait, were you nice? Were you nice as a rapper?
I had a song called Do It Like Them. If you ask somebody who was in Vegas around that time, that's all I'm gonna say about that record. So
I'm sorry, your Clubhouse people are in the comments acting a damn fool. What up, Lady Pen? What up, Mo? They telling you the PTR. They telling you one mic.
Ignore that because I'm trying to tell my story. So anyway, I had a joint called what's the shit? What I just called it? Do It Like Them. Do It Like Them. It was going crazy. This was the time where you had to buy the fucking singles. Like, you had to buy the singles. Okay. So they were like, yo, if you get to 20,000, we're going to market and push you. We got to 20,000 and nothing happened. And so that was the first time I really got the taste of the music industry, of them taking my bread. And that's what made me want to be like, yo, like, get up on my business. So fast forward to all that, I get out the deal. I link up with Misha from 702. We were doing a comeback album for her. And then I lose my mother. So then I quit music altogether. Yeah, so I just quit doing music altogether for probably like three years or so. I was still producing. I was still like working with my homies and different people.
Right.
independently. But then after that, I went to VA. I had to have a kid, went to VA. And so I just been going back and forth since then. But then Clubhouse comes out and,
No, you're jumping ahead again. So you mentioned Knox, and I did my research, and you've said that your influences are not Pharrell, Timbaland, Just Blaze, Kanye, and our favorite Ninth Wonder.
Yes.
How have they influenced you, and how has their influence impacted your production style?
Man, I mean, you just press play. That's one thing we say as producers. When you press play and you can bring an energy out with what you create, like you can change people's moods with what you create and make them either feel mad, turned up, hype. That's what these guys did. Like, they're masterpieces, and then understanding how to make beats in production or to produce, what it takes to get there or get them sounds to get like that. Because some people may not know what it takes to construct a beat. Like, they don't know the quantization. They don't know the scales. They don't know keys. They don't, they just love listening to music. Like, yo, it's hot. It's hot. You know what I mean? So really listen to how these guys constructed their beats and how hard they work. Like, when I'm in Knox, like he makes beats while he's talking to you. Like, how we talking right now, he would be making a beat and that shit would be fire, and I never seen nothing like it. So when I saw that type of work ethic, and he has records with Busta Rhymes and all these people, and he's still working, and he's not chilling, smoking weed, like, he's working. Come on, man, what am I doing? I'm like, I need to and I need to get up and start doing more. And it's been other, platinum producers like, Rob, your beats is hot, but nobody know you, and you need to get out and meet people. And I'm like, man, I do know some dope ass people. I know people in the industry. I just haven't worked with them, or we got close, or the label didn't take it. So now I got direct connections. Now,
but we ain't there yet. So
we gonna get there. But
who out of those, who has influenced you the most?
It's like, real talk, is gonna be Knox, because I studied him, like, on YouTube. When YouTube, like, this, like 2007 YouTube, this like 2008 YouTube. I went on his instrumentals. Like, I listened to his instrumentals. Him and Ninth Wonder, I'm putting both up there. Like, just listen to the instrumentals. I wasn't even, like, I was rapping it still a little bit, but I would just listen to it and just, like, how did he filter his sample? How did his kick hit like that? How that bass line, made my sub go, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I like to break down producers. So, yeah, Knox and Ninth Wonder, hands down, those are my guys.
You just mentioned samples, and I told you very briefly that I wanted to talk to you about the whole controversy that came up this week with Timbaland. So, if you guys aren't aware, the kids recently discovered what sampling is. If you come from an older era or anything prior to what's going on right now, you understand the art of sampling. But I would like you, Rothstein, as a producer, to explain the art of sampling and its importance to a producer, and why whatever this TikTok person has just quote unquote exposed is not Timbaland stealing, but paying homage to music that he has researched and wanted to pay respect to.
Listen, T, hip hop started with sampling. If you know anything about music, we created an art form that is the #1 art form in the world right now. Let me make sure I pop our collar on that. The #1 music in the world is hip hop. So the origins, Sugar Hill Gang, it's people that didn't even get credit for sampling back then, but they took those records, sped it up, slowed it down, pitched it. I mean,
chopped it, looped it.
Looped it. I think Irv Gotti said he had to beat on the beat machine to get the loop to get right on Ain't No Nigga. So, like, sampling, the best records in the world is samples. Hip hop, the best records in the world is samples. Now, don't get me wrong, I love original music, and that's how you get the bag. It's off original music. But the feel of a sample, or one of your favorite songs from back in the day that gets flipped with a crazy drum, crazy 808, hi-hats that go, like, all that, like, Ain't nothing better than that. And that's what I grew up on. I was like, remember listening to these old records when my mom was cleaning up. When, you know, we Saturday clean up black household. That's what we had to do. Put the oldies on, open up the damn blinds, got them we dusting, we got them wiping outlets and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like so when I heard those songs from back then, it's nostalgia. I'm thinking about moms. I'm thinking about all the good times.
Absolutely.
So if you didn't have those type of records with somebody spitting bars on it, man, I don't even know. Like I don't even know if hip hop would even been made.
My brother and I used to play a game. Like he would call me randomly throughout the week and play a song and be like, "What's the original sample?" Like that's how old. Because our mother, we used to get off the elevator in the projects in New York and hear music blasting from our house, and we would know what kind of day she had. Like, oh, she had a shitty day. I'm not going in the house yet. I'm going to chill. But she had a good day. All right, we're going to go in the house. We're going to say hi. So this is ingrained in us. It's ingrained in hip hop. And the art of sampling is something that is done to pay respect. I don't understand how they're not understanding how these things were sampled, but they can get on a Tory Lanez wagon or a Jacquees wagon where they're taking entire fucking songs and just tweaking it a little bit. Like I'm not understanding where the disconnect comes in, but I definitely wanted to hear your take on it as a producer.
Yeah, like the thing about it is if you don't know how to make it, then you can't speak on it. Like that's how I feel. Like if you don't know what it takes to make that record, then you kind of on the outside, my guy. You might want to stay over in that lane. Because for us producers, what Timbaland did is spark somebody else's idea. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what sampling does. It just, man, now I want to goddamn sample Minnie Riperton. You know what I'm saying? Now I want to sample some shit. I sampled a Korean soul lady. I don't even know what she's saying, but that shit was funky.
But you felt it. You felt it.
I felt it, and whatever she was saying, I felt it. I was like, God damn, girl, I'm singing that shit with you because that shit was dope. You know what I'm saying? So to take that, chop it up, and then make it your own. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of, like my beat tapes is sample heavy, and you know
they are, but they're done tastefully, and you can tell that you thought about it. It's not some shit that you just pulled out. It's something that's soulful. It's something that you've concentrated on. You've added to it, so it's not just a sample. Like you are a producer. So on that note, producer versus beat maker, my guy.
Oh.
You know, that's been huge in the past couple of months. It's huge on Clubhouse. Which are you? Are you a producer? Are you a beat maker? Is there a negative connotation to what a beat maker is?
Not in my eyes.
Okay.
I'm a beat making producer. You know what I'm saying? I'm both because I started out as a beat maker because I didn't know music. You know what I mean? Now, in this point in my career, I know music. My ear doesn't lie. It tells me if the key is wrong. It tells me if the drum's not tuned. It's different things that you learn over the years that kind of just make you sharper. But that's what happened when you study your craft. That's what happened when you really like listen to the ones that came before you. And you know what I mean? Like they obviously can make 1 million people buy this record. This when they for records. Come on, like you gotta respect it. Not streaming, not no fake ass numbers. You actually had to have people go physically print this shit, and they had 1 million people buy that shit. So why am I gonna listen to a motherfucker that don't on TikTok versus somebody who got them is doing a thing? You know what I'm saying? So as a producer, you gotta respect anybody who's bringing something to the culture positively. You know what I mean? Like you change.
Do you think with work, if a beat maker is passionate, that they can become a valid producer? Because you have people that are they're comfortable in just being a beat maker. They're hoping for that one hit or that one catch, and they're fine with that. But if they are passionate about music and may not necessarily know it, because I think you held a room the other day where they were talking about music theory and shit. So you're not necessarily in the know, and it's okay. But if you're passionate about it and respect the craft enough, do you think a beat maker can transition into a valid producer?
Oh, yeah. Facts.
Okay.
If you really take the time, because all it is education and experience. You got to learn it. You got to sit with it. You got to try different things. I used to be intimidated when they were like, hey, do you play keyboard? I'm like, no, I don't. Like, I felt like less of a producer. So I know that feeling of, nah. Then I had to be like, nah, forget that, man. My shit hot, too.
Right.
Put a producer on and then put my beats on. Y'all gonna respect it the same way. And then once I did that, then my boy was like, well, did you ever think about adding, a drum? And then he got my mind open to be like, well, shit, maybe I should add my own bass line instead of using the sample bass line. Because I used to just replay. I'll filter out the bass line from the sample, then I'll just replay that. And that's what I did. Now I actually can make my own bass lines because I know what notes go together. Like, that's where producing comes in. And that's where a lot of people get mad because they had to learn it, whether they had to learn it on their own or they had to learn it by school or whatever. They get mad at the beat makers because they get more accolades than some people who produce. And I say this all the time. Some musicians are trash. They can't make beats. They can't make a good song. They can play it something, but for them to get outside of their mind of the scales, and because if you've been trained, it's like how do you break that? Like, how do you break the cycle of training? That's why a lot of producers like Timbaland, myself, and other people, we didn't have that training. We just go off of vibes and feel and what sounds.
Which is why it doesn't sound like anything else. It sounds, because it's innovative. You're not classically trained, so you can throw anything in there and make it make sense.
Make it make sense. Long as it makes sense, you're like, yo, if your head going like this, I don't even know what key the song is. I don't even know.
If you're making the ugly face, if you're making the
like you get that same face, that's the beat maker. That's what we live for. If your neck don't hurt or you making the same face, then we know that we got some more work to do. You know?
Okay. So you have been jumping ahead all interview, but you and I met on Clubhouse. So we have built a bond. We have family in the room. We are Clubhouse connects. Our bond is based on using Clubhouse correctly.
Yes.
How has Clubhouse affected your business thus far?
I'm up, T.
How are you up?
Just like if there was like a percentage, I'm up 200%. If we could say I'm up 200%, we could say I'm up 200%. And I'm saying that in the sense of people paying attention to what I got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like the phone call I got today, that's why I had to leave the room. People want to bring me back out to Vegas to do something. All based off of Clubhouse. There are people talking about me on Clubhouse. I'm like, man, you know what I'm saying? That was just today. I got some news today. So literally every day this week, I've got somebody reaching out to me.
How have you built this following on Clubhouse?
No cap, no ego. That's how I've done it. No ego, no capping, being who I am.
Explain it to the people who are not necessarily on Clubhouse because they don't understand. They may not be a part of our rooms. They may not be a part of our club. Explain it to them.
All right. So I joined Clubhouse in November. I think November 5th is when I joined Clubhouse. We in January. So I've been up there for a couple months. So when I first got on there, it wasn't that many people for real. Like, the rooms were small. I think a lot of people didn't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And which included myself. And I ended up coming across Chris and Bot's room. I think there was I can't remember whose room it was, but
it was Chris's room because I joined in October.
Okay, so it was Chris's room. I don't even know how I got in the room. Like, I can't even. I guess I can't even remember. I can't remember the beginnings because it was so new and I didn't know. But I was so nervous to talk. I got on stage. I think they invited me up. I couldn't even get off mute or go on mute. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I just literally chilled with them, and then they introduced me to some other people. Then there's some people I already knew on there, and so I'm like, dang, this is kind of like, what is this? Like, this is a new app. As a matter of fact, let me back it up for that. My homegirl TT she the one who invited me, and she was like,
"Hey TT."
Yeah, my girl, is she in the room? No, she in the room.
I don't know. I was just saying hi because I want to make sure that if she does see it.
She was like, she told me she was waiting a month before she got her invite. So I'm like, what
up, Amadeus?
Yeah,
Amadeus just joined, Roth.
My guy. So
legends.
Look, don't mess me up. I'm doing good. Now I'm getting nervous.
I'm sorry.
But anyway, she was like, I was waiting a month for an invite for Clubhouse. I'm like, Clubhouse? What the fuck is Clubhouse? I never heard anybody talk about it. It was like secret society. So I thought it was just for industry people only. I'm like, She was like, yo, I'm gonna get you an invite. So I'm like waiting by the phone, like, what invite? She was like, so like 3 or 4 days go by, and I'm like, I hit her like, yo, I ain't getting no invite. She's like, you get no invite? She's like, you download the app? I was like, I didn't even know it was an app. I'm like, I didn't even know what it was. I'm thinking like some Zoom shit. I'm like,
right.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's some Zoom. I ain't getting no link in there. She's like, no, silly, download it. It's a new app. So I get on the app. The shit look like fucking alien shit. I'm like, this the color. I'm like, what the fuck is this plus sign? I'm like, what the fuck? I'm flying the plane.
It's real basic. It's real basic. It's beta.
It's beta.
What up,
mode.
Kenya?
What up, Kenya? So it's beta mode. So anyway, I go in there. I link up with Box and Chris and them. I meet you. I meet Aunt Jackie. Meet Mo. Meet all these people. And then slowly but surely, it's like we start getting a team. Like we start having a crew. So it was probably like 4 of us, and then it turned like 8 of us, and then it turned to more, and then like, you know, people know people, so I'm with them, so I know I'm getting following because I'm with them, and then
right.
All right, so I'm following people. Then next thing you know, I'm getting follow jail, and I've been in follow jail since. Like I guess I was following everybody. I was following everybody.
Right.
Like I didn't care what you did. I was following your ass back. So they shut my ass down for like a month and a half. I've been shut down for like 2 months, and I'm like, are y'all trying to make me look like a jerk out here? Because, you know, I didn't follow back some key people. Then they had to come back in the room, and so I was able to follow them back because I couldn't do nothing. But anyway, fast forward, I had a room. I had a room happen. I think what was the title? I had like producers pull up. You know what I'm saying? Nope. Let me take it back before that. I had another room. We was talking about something, and I meet a guy named Nick, and he ended up getting the app. He's the app tech guy. He's trying to get some producers for his app. So he reaches out to me. He's like, yo, Rothstein. And by this time, this is probably like a month ago. He's like, Rothstein, I see you moving on Clubhouse, and, you know, I want to be a part of what you got going on. So that's, you know, part of the thing. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, get some producers to pull up because we want to get a beat store and sit popping. So I do a producer pull-up room, possible opportunity. Next thing you know, the room get flooded. Like,
right.
In the room only and everything. I look on stage. We got Amadeus. Shout out my guy. We got Ninth Wonder. We got Fat
I had to break out the text message for that. I'm like, you have these legends in the room. Amadeus, Ninth Wonder. Who else was in there? Was it Bink?
Who was that?
I think Bink was in there.
Bink was in there. Fat Boy. I think Big E was in there. A lot of dudes that I looked up to that, like I said, I listen to their work and I'm a fan of their work. So
right.
I had the opportunity to verbally tell them, because if I seen them in the streets, because I met Bink a couple times before we really talked on Clubhouse, and I'm
flowers.
Like, give you your flowers, my guy, because you do amazing work. Because this is, you know, I do the same thing too. So if I meet, you know, if you're a baller, you meet Jordan, you're gonna be like, yo, Jordan, I do the same thing too, and I respect you, my guy. So once I had that, I had to screenshot it. I wanted to record an audio, but I at least got a screenshot because y'all know I ain't capping that I got Wonder in the room. I got Amadeus in the room and a lot of dope ass producers. Then the next day, I did like a songwriter. I did some other room. And I didn't want to pull up again. I said, oh shit. Yeah. And I wanted back again. Then some more. Then DJ Toot pulled up.
I missed that one.
Sunny Digital pulled up.
I missed that one.
Yeah, you missed that one. That was the next day. Sunny Digital pulled up. Man, we had it lit, man. And that one was, you know what my title was? How much do I sell a beat for? And
yes. No. I did come in and then I had to leave.
Yeah.
So you've definitely used Clubhouse for what it's supposed to be used for. We are supposed to use this to increase our network. We're supposed to use this to monetize it in our own way. People are still trying to figure that out. You have now come up on a national beat battle that came about because of Clubhouse. Can we talk about that?
Yeah. So I can't say exactly who. So, you know what I'm saying? Can't say exactly who, but I've been approached about doing beat battle. You know, once things, they're hoping things turn around. They're kind of pre-planning it. but we're going to be kind of doing it in big venues, different cities. I want to have different producers from different cities. So now that I know a couple dope, legendary producers, I look forward to reaching out to them. A couple of them I have already DM'd and having them as guest judges, you know, and different things like that. So now that they see I know producers,
right?
It's been a lot of different companies that's been trying to have. There's a lot of apps getting ready to drop. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah.
First and foremost, there's a lot of music for independent artists apps getting ready to drop. I've been fortunate enough to I'm working with 3 of them right now. So I'm trying to I'm gonna see this one drop, and I'm just trying to show a producer community and producer union, which I also want to talk about.
We're gonna talk about that.
We can, get going. But yeah, so I'm using my network to create opportunities for other up and coming producers like myself. I know that grind. I know how it is. I know how many times I wanted to quit. How many times I wanted to sell my equipment. I even bought equipment from other producers because I know how it feels when you feel like you're not getting heard. So if we can give a platform and we can get some undiscovered producer placements and make it easier for producers to get placements, then that's what I'm going to be. That's what I'm advocating for.
What up, Rush D?
Another one, Rush D. I forgot Rush D, my guy, for sure. Yeah. Come on, man. So you are.
You have a label, Casino Gang Records.
Yes.
I want to talk to you about how you decided to establish that and who you have signed to it and what we can expect going forward in 2021 and on.
Man, well, it's always been a dream of mine to start my own label. I've had an entertainment company called On Blast Entertainment. That's I had that in Vegas for years. But
what does that consist of? I wasn't aware of that.
It's a lot of different entertainment. That's all I can say. It's a lot of different entertainment, Vegas. So anyway.
Okay. I'm sorry. That went over my head.
So I had that. So a lot of people knew me from that, off of that. But then I had to do some rebranding. And, of course, once I changed to Rothstein, which I didn't even get to the full story of that, because I segued in. Sorry.
Well, I'm gonna need something because the announcements that I was waiting on haven't happened, so we can go back to that when you finish this.
Okay, all right. So anyway, Rothstein ties in with Casino, so that's why I got Casino Gang Records. So that's how it all combines, Rothstein Beatz Casino Gang Records. So that's how it all comes together with that. Now, as far as my artists, my first signed artist, you're gonna hear real soon, is actually my little sister, my youngest sister. Her name is Naomi.
Hi, Naomi.
I'm telling you, amazing singer. We got some amazing records.
Well, we got to get her on the show.
We're going to definitely get on the show. Right now, I'm actually having the record being mixed as we speak. I produced it.
When is she dropping?
It's going to actually drop in March, around the end of March. We're going to push it because it's a summertime record.
Okay, March. You need to hit me up because March is Women's Music Month. And we should have her on there to launch it.
We will, because we're gonna do a lot of promo and press, so it's gonna be. I got plugs now, so they should not let me get these plugs, because now I'm about to use them.
They should have never let y'all niggas get money.
They never let me in the dough. I'm telling you, they let me in, and I'm about to act a fool now. So Naomi, I'm putting up big money for her because that's my sister. So she getting.
Is that her name? Like, is that her performing name, Naomi?
We're working on because there's another Naomi, so we're working that out right now. We're gonna see. Okay. Maybe another name, Naomi J. We trying to work that out right now. But
hey, Miss Sandra.
Hey, Miss
B.
So Miss B in the building. But yeah, so she's my first artist that I'm really putting a big push behind. But I also have Megan B, who if you see my IG, she's the singer that I have in the videos. She's actually with the Voices of Fire, which is Pharrell's choir on Netflix. Oh, dope. I support that. So yeah, she's an amazing singer. So we got a lot of records with her. We actually going to the studio on Monday to record her first single, called Wavy. It's Wavy. So look forward. That's gonna be a big radio record. Got a lot of big things for her. And then I have an unofficial signing, which is Brand to Brain. That's my bro. We went to
I've
college.
seen him on your page.
Yeah, we went to college together. So he's not officially signed, but he's with Casino Gang. So those are. I'm in my R&B bag right now. I did have.
Okay. Wait, he's a singer? Is he a singer?
Well, yep.
I assumed he was a rapper.
Nah. He's a singer.
Okay.
He's definitely a singer. You can check him out. He's on my page as well.
I will.
So yeah, so I'm in my R&B bag right now. We got a lot of big things dropping the next March is really go month. You know what I mean? Black History is just I got some big things to talk about Black History Month. So definitely check out a post.
Okay, you know what? I think I have to have you back for a part 2 because you have teased me for 2.5 weeks with this announcement, and I feel like I'm entitled to this announcement. So I'll respect the fact that you can't announce it today. But I feel like I need to be the one that announces it when it happens.
We're gonna do that. You know what? That's a bet. When soon the lawyer said as soon as we gotta go, it's a go. Then
it doesn't have to be a Friday. It can be a Tuesday at 3:37.
If not, I'm gonna be on Clubhouse saying lit with it. So
no, you won't, because you are going to. What up, Marcus? You are going to give me the exclusive that you promised me.
You're right. So I will give it to you. You will be the first one.
You heard it here first. Ladies and gentlemen, I will be the exclusive. I will be the one giving you the new Rothstein Beatz info. That new drop.
That new drop. All I'm going to say is God is good. I'm humbled. I'm thankful. I'm unexpected. This is everything that's been happening. It has been a blessing, especially through what we just went through in 2020. Like this is like literally like life changing, you know what I mean, that's going down. So I cannot wait to explain it and talk about it some more, and then when they do the promotion for it, I look for it, you know what I mean. I'm like, sheesh, that's all I can say.
I also need my Casino Gang t-shirt, but we can talk about that offline.
Got you. Just send me your size and what color you want.
Got you. Lastly,
that's coming soon. The Casino Gang merch is coming soon, real soon.
Got you. Lastly, before I get into my question bag, the producer union. Mm-hmm. What is this exactly, and why are you so adamant about it?
Because I don't know if you was in the room. That was why I started. How much did I sell a beat for? You know what I mean? And so a lot of people gave me some great perspectives as well. So it kind of made me change it a little bit. But we need a standard. We need an industry. We need either industry or an independent standard of how much a producer should get paid, when a producer should get paid. And even to get into a studio session, you should pay a producer if you want to hear some beat. Our time is valuable. We use a lot of our time producing and creating for other people to enjoy. So we need to be treated with a little bit more respect. We need to be promoted just as much as the artists, and that's why I'm putting my face out there as a producer. I want them to think I'm an artist. Like, yo, you rap? Like, nah, I seen you on. Like, that's where I want to go with it. Is producers need the same light as artists because we just as hot. We make them hot. A lot of these artists don't even be that hot.
Okay, so there is. You listen to Drink Champs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know Nori and EFN always talk about an artist union or a musicians union.
Yeah.
I think people always shoot them down about whether or not that'll actually happen. What are you doing to make sure or to move this idea forward?
Well, you know, since the internet is, you can't stop the internet. The internet is uncontrollable. So you only can catch and get as many as you can. But I want to have I know people have BeatStar. It's a lot of platforms that people are creating and people have to sell their music. But I feel like if we took all that shit down and we had one damn source where we sold beats at, and then we can all can get paid decently instead of some dude talking about, hey man, $50. And I then spent goddamn 3 hours on this beat. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much saying I'm worth like $12 an hour. That's what you're telling me. So we got to respect ourselves as producers first, because there's a lot of producers that would do anything for a placement, give a free beat away, to give up all their publishing. We have to have standards if we're going to be respected as producers. Or guess what? They're going to say, all right, next producer, next producer. Then guess what? Nobody's gonna have a long-standing career, and we're seeing that.
But it's hard. It's hard to regulate that because you guys can definitely have a union. You guys can come together, but you're going to have those people that are going to undercut you. So how do you regulate that?
Always. So that, I mean, it's a big dream, but if we can get people aboard and get majority aboard, or because there's always going to be people that's willing to do whatever. $2, like $2.99, $2. You can go to $2.99 for a beat.
What do you think about leasing beats?
That I don't like doing that either. You know what I'm saying? If I gotta be honest, I like be your beat. Let it be your beat. Like, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be this person. Like, that's like whoring your beat out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really like to do that because I don't want 12 niggas on my beat, and you got no choice on who's gonna rap on your beat.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying?
So it decimates the integrity of the beat.
That's what I'm saying, man. So if you're gonna be thirsty as a producer, then you're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to have, like, you'll wait for the right opportunity to come, and you have a chance to make a hit record versus making $250 and then it dies, and then next thing you know, you got your beat, and then if you blow up as a producer, they gonna try to use clout, and this shit gonna sound whack as hell, and you gonna like, man.
But what happens when you are a struggling producer trying to come up, like needing that 250? How do you tell them not to give in to the 250 because it could be bigger? Because you know how it is to have to come up. So how do you tell a producer that's trying to come up?
I can't tell no man how to do their business.
Right.
I can't tell no man how to do their business. All I can do is make suggestions and try to have some integrity. And because I spend a lot of years, not months. I'm not a 2-month producer. I spend a lot of years in time. I sacrifice relationships. I broke up with girls because they couldn't understand me being in the studio.
This is your life.
This is my life. So my outlook is going to be different versus somebody who's hungry or they just want clout. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if you need money, go get a job and go work and get it. Then you can try to transition. Don't try
say it again, because you got people talking about
you just gonna get it off of music.
But you got people you got people thinking, especially today with the microwave society. You got people like, oh, I'm a producer, I'm a rapper, I'm gonna do this, but you don't understand that everyone before you had to pay dues. So they're doing this shit on the side, and they're also holding down a 9-to-5 to make sure they can supplement what it is that they're trying to do because they're passionate about it.
I'm telling you, you're gonna sacrifice. If you like, I remember when I was working and I was getting my thing, and I was like, yo, I'm working to get this MPC. This was on my mind. I had that damn picture on my damn dresser, like, I'm gonna get this shit. That's how bad I wanted. I had a picture from the I forgot what magazine, Source XXL, of an MPC. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna cop that, and I was able to do it. But versus somebody who, I just want a famous, I just want a hit, I just want the money. Like, that's not love for the culture. It's not true love for the culture, my guy. So if you're gonna be like that, then you might as well. I like. It's always gonna be con artists. It's always gonna be scammers. It's just what it is. But they don't have to do that. But people choose to do it.
What advice do you have for a producer that's trying to get into the industry? Because, okay, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Because I was going to ask, but I feel like maybe on the part 2 we can talk about it, because there has been a lot of talk about gatekeepers. And right now, I don't believe that gatekeepers are guarding any gate. I think everything is accessible. I think there's a lot more accessibility to the industry than what it was when we were younger.
What a time to be alive is what I also say. Because you make it through what we've been through, and now you're going to see the other side of it, which, like you said, the music industry has never been this open or accessible. And I didn't realize, I'm thinking that my talent is going to all get me there. You know what I'm saying? Which it possibly could. But
so you're partially there.
Partially there. That's one half of it is talent. The other half is who you know, because it's an industry. If you look at industries, the people stick together. If I know my guy, I can plug him in. He a hot producer. I like him as a person. Guess who I'm gonna plug in?
Right.
go search through an unknown producer beats. Sometimes they do. Sometimes it's like playing the lotto. If you don't play, you may not win. But if you play, you might win. So I always tell people, talent is number one. That's gonna get you in the door. But to open the door or stick your foot in the door, you need somebody to kind of get you a little invite, like Clubhouse. Somebody got to, you know what I mean?
Okay, great segue. So one piece of advice for people that do have access to Clubhouse right now. What do you tell a producer that is on Clubhouse? What do you tell them in reference to growing their brand and making sure they're networking correctly?
Growing your brand is adding value to conversations. So not over talking people, not capping, like just being quiet and waiting until it's the right time to talk, not bragging on yourself. Nobody want to hear that. And being humble, like that's how I grow my brand. I barely talk half the time unless I'm moderating, but it's just a energy and a vibe that you have to have when you on the app. And certain people have it, certain people don't have the coof. Certain people don't know when to go off mute, you know. So read the room, see who's in the room, and act accordingly is what I say. Because
were you in the room?
And I just acted accordingly. I cut it up a little bit, but I acted accordingly because I wanted to make everybody cool.
Were you in the room the other night or the other day when it was Nature? We had just started it and we were talking. We were just literally shooting the shit. Nature was in the room and a guy came in and he didn't read the room. So then Nature and I were just like, yo, sometimes you just need to be a fly on the wall because you will get a lot more information listening to what it is than just jumping out the window being like, oh, can you introduce yourself? No. Yeah. Like Nature, first of all, humble yourself when you're talking to Nature, not myself. Humble yourself when you were talking to a legend. Mm-hmm. And he was super cool because I was just like, yo, you can click on people's profiles. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to know what we did, you can just click on everyone's profile. But you come into a room, because y'all will pull me up on stage and I'll sit there for a minute because I don't know what the conversation is.
Right. And you got to sit and listen because people will literally like come in hot, as we call it. I had to check a guy the other day. I said, bro, you kind of coming in hot, my guy. Yeah. Listen, come in humble. And when it's your time to speak, because he was at the bottom of the thing, and you know, I like to let everybody get a chance to speak. And that's another thing that I think is also why people rock with me, because no matter how big the room is, I want everybody to network, because I might need something from you in the future. Like I met so many attorneys and different people. You never know what people are into.
And you never know who's in the room.
If I come in hot, like, hey, I'm Rothstein Beatz, I got beats, who need beats, who got any? They're like, I don't even want to associate with this guy.
Right. People, and then it's professionalism. Because you know, when you like, yo, T, introduce yourself, I'm like, yo, act like you have a level of professionalism coming from this app, and especially coming from this room. Act like you know how to act in a room full of people that are professionals. Because people are going to affiliate you with our room. People are going to affiliate you with this app. And the moment you come at them incorrectly, they're going to write you off.
Right. And some people are already that their career ain't even started and
and it's ended.
Yeah, it's like, yo, who is that guy? I don't even like, you know what I'm saying? Like you make people feel uncomfortable, and if you make people feel uncomfortable, guess what? And that's your first impression. It's first impressions on everything, my guys.
Everything.
So that's why if you ever come in the room with me, I'm gonna speak to you. I'm gonna say what's up. We're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. And then we might connect, and that's how I met a bunch of people. Like, hey, they always say thank you for letting me speak, because I go to rooms and they don't let me speak, and they just kind of talk amongst themselves, and I'm like, nah, like it's boring. Like people want to talk. Like if I ain't talking,
our rooms are not like that. Our rooms are very welcoming. Our rooms, they're welcoming. They condone networking, and I appreciate them. I've ventured outside of our rooms and been like, ooh, no, this ain't for me. Let me just go back to my room and be comfortable.
And some people made some deals in our room. Shout out to Ty the guys. If Mark is still in here, Mark
shout out.
Plugged in independent artist named Ty the guy from Atlanta. Marcus also plugged me in. That's another announcement I was doing at the end. Also plugged in with Sound Royalty. So I'm gonna talk about That's another announcement at the end I want to talk
But
about.
but you guys have even curated battles.
Yeah.
You've had the women rap battle, you've had the R&B battle, there's a comedy battle. Talk about that. Like, where did that idea come from?
Well, I looked at Clubhouse kind of like what can we do to keep people like coming to the room? Because like some people keep the same topics every day, and they kind of little fan base. So I'm like, what can I do to be different? You know what I mean? What can I do to be different than the other rooms? So I did do rooms and battles and stuff. So I'm like, yo, I want to do a battle too, because it's a lot of, it's a lot of dope women artists on the app that got the bars. So,
and that room was fire.
Man, shout out to Aunt Jackie and Chris.
Shout out to Tati. What was it? Tati G.
Tati G. Shout out my girl Tati G. We about to do some stuff. She
word.
Won the rap battle. Shout out to Crystal. She won the R&B.
Yes, shout out to Crystal. She was amazing. Listen, we were voting, and you saw my scores. Yeah. I was giving people 2s. Yeah. Crystal got 9s across the board for me. She was amazing.
She's an amazing singer. So I already told her she's my artist too. So I already got her she's gonna be on the roster. And then last night we had the beat battle last night.
Right.
Dominic from Georgia, I think he's from Florida. He won the beat. So he getting the irate too. I'm actually gonna be
okay. I'm glad Rothstein didn't win the irate too, because you didn't deserve it.
I was gonna win it. I told you we had to go to somebody. So
no, you're not gonna.
So yeah, so he won an irate too, and also they talking about throwing him some cash. So I'm just trying to I'm really just trying to put people on, because I know how it feels, and nobody can do it better than somebody who know what position people been in.
I know how
it is. So every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern in Music Network and No Egos room, you can pull up, play your music. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot more things going on. We talk about doing a show. We talk about having people having their own times up there. So we got a lot of things up the sleeve.
All right. Well, I'm going to start closing out, because we have definitely been on for an hour, and I'm scared that they're going to cut us off. Okay, sure. We are going to do a part 2, but right now I'm going to close this out. So I have these quick button hot topic questions that you got to answer immediately. Like, first thing at the top of your mind, okay?
Sure.
All right. What is the first hip hop song you remember knowing word for word?
Summertime.
Okay. A song or an artist that made you start producing?
Outkast Elevators was the song that made me want to make a beat. Like, I didn't know how to make a beat, but I was like,
what was it about that song that made you say, yo, I need
that shit right there? When this was when you had the headphone with the
with the sponge.
With the sponge. And I was writing on my real quick story. All right, I ain't gonna go to the story, but yeah, that
song. Who's your favorite old school rapper?
Old school rapper. Well, he's not old school, but Ice Cube. I don't consider him old school, but he was one of my favorite rappers.
Right. No, you know what? I have to ask that because I don't want people to give me what's going on right now. So that's why I have to throw in old school, because when I have younger people on, it's just like.
Yeah. Nah, we need to talk about, Ice Cube was definitely like a big influence.
Your favorite song of his?
Oh, man. Today was a good day, man.
Okay.
I play that to this day, and it just takes me back to those times, and when you're having a great ass day, like, come on, and an Isley Brothers sample, back to sample, Isley Brothers sample.
Oh yes. All right. I know we've talked about the producers that have influenced you the most. What artist influences you the most?
Man, Jay-Z. Definitely my favorite artist of all time, Jay-Z. Pac, Biggie, Big L, Big Pun. Like, I wanted to be from New York at one point in my life. Like,
I can tell.
Yeah, no cap. Like, even when I was in Brooklyn this past weekend, and I was like, this is the first time I've been in Brooklyn. Like, I'm like, I feel like, where Hov at? Like, I'm like, I want to get there.
Hov is on the West Coast.
Yeah, you know what I mean? But then on the West Coast, like, and then I had to ride with the West Coast when it was East Coast, West Coast beat. So you know what I'm saying. But yeah, those those just the classics, man. Just the what I mean. I'm a classic hip hop head.
Gotcha. Who's your dream artist collaboration?
Man, it's quite a bit. Sade is one.
Mm,
I think
okay.
cook up something heavy
Okay.
with Sade. Definitely Jay-Z. Already know that. But a curveball collaboration, Justin Timberlake.
That might be dope. He's very adaptable, and I love his work with Tim.
Man,
So I feel like
I feel like me and him could do another one of them sexy bucks or something.
I want to see it.
I'm a big Justin Timberlake fan. So if Justin, you see this, my guy hit the line, my guy. Anybody know Justin? Tell him to hit my line, my guy.
If you could do a full project with a producer, who would it be?
Oh man, damn. Right now, man, it's like 4 people I'm thinking of, and I'm like,
give me all 4 people.
DJ Mustard, I
Okay.
definitely want to do something with him. DJ Tonk, definitely do something with DJ Tonk.
That would be hard.
I would also like to do something with. Now you put me on the spot, and I
love to hear that. I love to hear that I'm making you think.
Damn, Big Crit. I'll do some beats with Big Crit.
What up, Jay Sharp?
What up?
That would be hard.
And Big Crit, and then my last producer, I'll do somebody kind of like current. So, I mean, probably what's my guy? The dude that did the damn, what's his name? All right, I'm gonna just pick somebody then. And then the Neptunes.
Okay. What about an artist you could do a full project with?
Artist, Kendrick. I'd love to do a whole Kendrick album because I feel like all my beats don't sound the same. So
no, they don't.
I think he'll push me to go to to try something what I'm saying, especially with the samples. I would love to lock in a week. We just cook up every day and then I want other producers to come in. I need my OG producers to come in and let, you know what I mean, and hear it and critique it and I'm one I got no ego, so I'm trying to make the #1 hit, so I got no ego, my guys. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to do a Kendrick album, just because I love the black activism. I'm with all that. You dig me? So everything.
But he's a spitter. He's an activist and he's a spitter.
So you already know, for the West Side, we gotta do it for the game, I'll do one with the game.
Okay, we have to talk about that in part 2 because the game is so underrated. I just feel like niggas are on the whole. I don't wanna go against 50, but the game is so fucking ill, and people do not give him his flowers. Man. Outside of his controversy, the nigga is a spitter.
He's a spitter. He got bars. You cannot take away when them 100 bars are running. Game has some bars, so. But that's how it is. People gonna pick sides. They're gonna choose who they choose. But if you know music and you know bars,
he's an amazing storyteller.
Yeah, come on, man.
Nobody gives him the credit that he deserves.
His energy, his passion, the guy is a talented man. So I feel like I'm gonna do a record with him. It's certain people I feel like.
No, you are. It's not you feel like it. You are. We're speaking it into existence. It's 2021. Fuck everything else. You're going to.
I'm throwing everybody. Game, Justin Timberlake.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, my last question for this part 1, because we're going to do a part 2. But for part 1, what did 2020 teach you?
Actually, I want to backtrack to 2019. May 4th, 2019, I made an affirmation that I'm going to, I decided that I'm going to really be a music producer. I'm still doing real estate and doing other things. But I made an affirmation on that day that I was going to be.
What up, Megan?
I made an affirmation on that day. I was going to be a #1 Billboard platinum producer, and I'm going to be in the people going to know my name. And I made that May 4th. So 2020 taught me to believe in myself. Like, no matter what comes against me, my spirituality went up. Like, you know what I mean? I got closer with God, especially in them time. If you weren't praying and you didn't know what was about to go down. It was like the
right
outside. You know what I mean? So I got closer. I meditated. I never meditated in my life. I fasted. I'm down like 35 pounds.
Hey, let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was going, like, so once I did all that, then now I'm looking like, now I'm wondering why I'm like, this things is happening, but it's really a mindset. It's really your mindset and your belief. And all you need is a little bit of belief than what you got now, and attack it every day. So Wednesday through Sunday, I was in the studio. You know, there was a time I was making 6 to 8 beats a day consistently.
Okay, Kanye.
For sure. So now I'm looking at things and I'm like, man, how did I do? Like, you put the time in. Hard work never goes unnoticed. And if you put the time in and you put your belief to it, that's it. You're going to win.
I'm going to let you go because we are at our hour and we're going to do a part 2.
Man, it's some more stuff I didn't even talk about.
I know. Thank you so much for agreeing to sit down. You are my brother. I appreciate you for everything. I'm going to continue to be proud of you. But thank you for agreeing to sit down and talk to me. You're about to take the fuck off. And like I said, I just want to make sure that you understand my place, because I know my place with you, but I need you to understand it. So when you take off.
My sister T, it's been nothing but genuine love between us. You know what I'm saying? Since day one, you're educated, you're beautiful, and thank you for having me on your platform. And you're taking off, so you get prepared because you taking off, and you know what I'm saying. And you going on your journey as well. So maybe I need to interview your ass next.
Listen, I've never been interviewed before.
So
I've never been interviewed. Hey, I will sit down and talk to Rothstein Beatz. I have no problem. I've never been interviewed before, but we're going to have a part 2, and then we're going to talk about your artist, your sister. We're going to have her on in March when she drops her single.
Yeah,
so thank you. Thank you again. Thank you so much. I'm sure I'll talk to you later. Yeah, but thank you, everyone, for joining, and I can't wait to see your ascension.
I appreciate you. God is the greatest. Make sure you always say God first. And thank you again to everybody who's hung in here. Check this out. Listen, it doesn't go unnoticed. The people who support me, y'all Gucci. I'm telling y'all that now. If shit go crazy, when shit go crazy and shit is up and you supported me, I'm not going to forget that because I already know. It's genuine love with y'all. So I definitely love everybody out there. And T, I just look forward for part 2, and I can speak a little bit more about what I got going on. But thank you again.
Thank you, guys. Look out for part 2. I'll talk to you later, Rob.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Bye.